Hey guys, so welcome back. So this episode is going to be all about Saturday of Souls. It's a great explanation. I highly recommend that you listen to it and drop your comments below. Let me know your thoughts, and if you have ever made koliva, tell me, what is your favorite part of the process?
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light, running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive with every star.
What is the deal with Saturday of Souls?
It's kind of interesting because there are Saturday of Souls that are throughout the year, not just in Great Lent. So we often don't think about that, but the three that accompany the weeks prior to Great Lent and the first Saturday of Lent tend to come in that time of year where most of us as Christians are thinking a little bit more carefully and more attentively about our walk with Christ. And these particular Saturdays, which we call Saturdays of the Soul, actually fit within a larger rhythm of the church. If we think of the life of Christ and his death on the cross, we remember that happened on a Friday. And on Saturday, we usually commemorate, we do this during Holy Week with the morning liturgy that most of us go to, the descent of Christ into Hades. And there's a sense that Christ is resting in the tomb. And throughout the year, there's actually a weekly cycle. And on Saturdays, we remember the reposed. We remember those who have passed from this life into the next. And the hymns, the prayers on Saturday of the church, if you look at them from the standpoint of our weekly rhythm, are commemorating the dead. So these Saturdays of Souls, in a sense, fit into that larger rhythm that's occurring in our week throughout the year. But obviously we kind of highlight them and draw them out. There's a sense that the church is not the church without considering those who have passed from this life into the next. And St. Paul illustrates that point in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. It's the same epistle we read at the funeral service. He talks about those of us who are still alive and how when the Lord comes, we will go to meet the Lord in the clouds. But those who have preceded us will meet us there. In a sense, they've already been with the Lord. And St. Paul, even in his own reflection on his upcoming death in Philippians, talks about for him to die as gain, for he shall be with Christ. So obviously it gives us an opportunity to consider the entire church. That as we go into this season, we don't go in alone. We go in with all the saints, all the priests, monks, martyrs, patriarchs, parents, relatives, friends who have walked this walk. You know, a little bit like Hebrews 12 verse 1. Being surrounded by so great a company of saints. We walk this walk. Another element is pastoral. Who's not lost a loved one? Who's not grieved the death of a friend or a parent, a brother or a sister? And the church wants to attend to that pastoral reality and gives us an opportunity to grieve, to commemorate, to bring those people to mind in prayer, not just in our homes, which we naturally do, or maybe in conversation with friends, but in the liturgy. The liturgy is an eternal event. It's an event of the kingdom. To come into the church, to hear the church pray for them, before the icon of Christ with our bowl of koliva, the boiled wheat, which comes to us from John chapter 12, that symbol of eternal life where Christ talks about a grain of wheat going into the ground and in a sense dying, but then yielding new life. So we have an opportunity pastorally to come to the church and pray. And then our grief also is something that we don't have to do alone, right? There's a communal aspect to it. Your loved ones and my loved ones, we grieve for them together. And then and that grief is halved in a sense. It's lessened. So there's the element of that. I think if people can focus on those two main aspects, it falls in this greater rhythm. It gives voice to this idea that the church is made up of those militant, we're still fighting, and those triumphant, and then the pastoral dimension of just being able to grieve our loved ones. How beautiful that is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. So stay tuned. Up next is going to be all about Forgiveness Sunday.